Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight? Today, where we're from in this beautiful world. Welcome to Yeast Happy Wednesday. We'll have one more after this, and then we'll jump to something else. It's a place where all of us beer nerds can come together and talk about yeast. It's a sensory panel. It betters our skills. So I'm glad to have Bumpy Road Brewery here and Miscellaneous Beer Reviews. Thank you, guys. Cheers to you. And cheers to our cool ass chat. We got Florida Jim. Cheers, man. Cheers, Stoneyard Vineyards, and cheers, Patch of Heaven Farm. Right on. All right, so what we're gonna do basically is we're gonna talk about the yeast in our beers. These wild ales is what we're going over. That's the topic of the day. There wasn't a specific beer to get. It's just any wild ale. If anyone in the back end wants to jump on, the link's back there. So just jump on in, just bring your beer and have your information ready about it and all that stuff. But we're going to talk about lactobacillus, Brettanomyces, Saccharomyces, everything that's affiliated with, Saccharomyces is kind of on the side there, but the other little things there to add in to make this a wild beer as it is. So let's get going. Let's talk about it, and let's talk about our beers. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, Bumpy.
All right. So the beer that I'm bringing is from Ommegang. It is Super Creek. And what this is a blend of Flemish Oud Bruin Ale, which means Flemish brown ale, and Belgian Creek Ale with cherries. Now, Creek means cherries, so they doubled up on the cherries. So, yeah. From the research that I could do, it's looking like they most likely use a Brettanomyces lambicus strain of B to brew this one. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, as its name suggests, is a closely associated with lambics, as well as with brown and red ales of Flanders, which is both of those blended. This strain is available to homebrewers, and you can get it from White Labs and White Yeast and all that. It's one to go with for intense funk and sour cherry overtones. So it's hitting all three. That specific style is hitting all three of what this is. The lambic, the Flemish brown, and cherry. So I think they also age these in footers, which are typically made of oak, which Brettanomyces can be found in oak. So it's another way of getting some Brettanomyces into your brews.
Interesting.
I guess I'll crack it open and pour it, and then
we'll do show tell and kind of do bounce around. But okay. Yeah, go for it.
So you see what it looks like.
I saw that beer today, man. That was a spendy one.
Not as bad as some beer.
No.
There was so when I was looking for those the heavily fruited sours yesterday, there was one it was Evil Twin and Omnipolo made a sour together. You want to know what it cost for a 4-pack?
$35.
$46.
Holy shit. That's
crazy.
No,
thank you.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Maybe someday I'll try it, but not today. Not today! But yeah, there you go. You got the kind of slightly pink rocky head, tight kind of bubbles, but probably going to break down because of the sourness. And it's a very deep cherry red coloration, and it is clear.
Looks nice. Pretty beer. Oh yeah. Cool, man. Thank you, sir.
All right. So cheers. I've got something here from Wicked Weed Brewing Company out of Asheville, North Carolina. This is 5.7%. This is their Le Bonté. This is with pears. This is a Brettanomyces farmhouse ale fermented with pears. You got a little bit of info on it. It says that this beer is open fermented with our farmhouse Brettanomyces culture. It's blended with a portion of golden sour into a half-pound per gallon of French pears, which is then aged in their foeders until it reaches perfection. So yeah, I think this one's just a straight Brett. That's about the gist of the information I could find on it. It was bottled 7/25/17, so it's been in here a while. This was the World Beer Cup 2016 Bronze Award winner for Brett Beer. So won the bronze in 2016 at the World Beer Cup for its style. We'll see. It scores 91 on Beer Advocate. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there you go. Looks pretty light in color. Pretty frothy head for a foeder aged sour or saison wild ale. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Looks like it's going to be pretty tasty. It's got some champagne wine-like qualities. Very effervescent.
Right. Nice, man. Looks good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it does look like champagne. Cool. So yeah, I've got one. It's again another label that I can't read, so I'm gonna pull up my notes. They put black on dark colors. It doesn't work, people. Little Beast Brewing it's in collaboration with Bodecker Cellars. It's probably the vineyard. They're out of Clackamas, Oregon, east of me or so. It's an American wild ale, and it's called the Beard Gris, which is basically a white grape juice added to it, oak aged with a Pinot Gris juice or white wine grape variety. And the yeast they're using is Saccharomyces, which is your common ale yeast. Brettanomyces and Lactobacillus is also added in this. And Lactobacillus, they have it white yeast you can buy. You can pour it in up to 60 to 90 degrees temperature range, and 9% ABV is what it can handle. And they can go into lambic, goose, fruit lambics, Flanders red ales, Berliner Weisses, oud bruins, mixed fermentation sour beers, wild specialty beers, and I mean the list goes on. This seems to be the one I think you were talking about, the Brevis, maybe the B1 or something. No, you were talking about Brettanomyces. So this is Lactobacillus brevis that they have, strain 5223 PC. And then the Bruxellensis, I think, is the one you were talking about. It's the first one I pulled up from Yeast. It's a medium flocculation, 60 to 75 degree temperature range, and can handle up to 12% ABV. So, and that went into pretty much every wild strain of beer you can think of. I mean, everything. So that's your general one there. Yeast is badass. I like Yeast. I always like them. So American Wild Ale. I don't know what their base is of this as far as like the ale, like it could be like a blonde or like a freaking wheat beer or whatever the hell it is, I guess. I mean, they're adding ale, the ale yeast as well to it, so I don't know. We'll find out. It's going to be very grape forward though. So white grape. All right, let's take the cage off. I didn't shake it too much. We're all right.
You try.
Oh, that's got some push on it. A lot of vapor on that. Nice green bottle. I'm going to try and get some stuff mixed up. Bottle conditioned. Get some yeast up in there. Get that mixed around. Nice yellow beer. Lemon yellow. It's got its haze. Nice white head. Didn't stay long. Drifted away real quick from the souring. Very nice pea-colored beer, if you will.
Threw me
I
off
mean,
there.
it looks like it took a whiz, but no, this is yellow, kind of a dirty yellow, I guess. But real quick sniff. Oh, it's even got kind of a lemon scent to it. That's with that wild yogurty or vinegary kind of forward thing going on. Interesting. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go back to our beers and review those, talk about them, and so on.
See, the head died down. The aromas on this one. First thing I kind of noticed is a wood-like smell, kind of a bit of an oak. There's a bit of that kind of tart funkiness. Cherry is definitely present as well. I would say a black cherry with a pit and all. Definitely no maraschino cherry. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of all the aromas right there. Not picking up on like the malt presence in the aroma. It kind of smells like Pez candy a little bit. It's kind of got that weird chalky candy presence in the aroma with everything. All right, well, cheers.
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 Light body, highly carbonated, very drying, tart. Yeah, it. I still can't pick up on like a malt per se. I noticed the wood up front. The wood's very present in this. Then it's just a slam of like tart black cherry, a bit of funkiness. Just dries out the palate completely. It does kind of have that kind of candy, that Pez type candy, sweetness mixing with that tartness as well. So yeah, I cannot get the malt flavor. Looking for like a breadiness or something like that. A breadiness, not a breadiness. I can't pick it out. There is a slight bitterness at the tail end of this one. I'd say probably a bit on the kind of that earthy tone. It kind of goes with that kind of funkiness that's within this, which it's kind of that damp wood that's starting to deteriorate type. If you guys have ever eaten an old fence, I mean, I got one in my backyard, so it's got that kind of weird deteriorating wood type flavor, but you get the wood right up front from the fooders that this was in, that nice oak right up front. Yeah, I really wish I could pick out some bread or something like that, but I just think it's so damn tart and drying. Not gonna do it. So yeah, I'll sit on this one. I mean the wild yeast, the Brettanomyces, that's within it is definitely doing its job. Hard to say whether or not it's actually giving off that cherry note that they talked about in the right up there, or if that's just mostly from the added cherries that they put into the cherry part of the lambic that's in this. So yeah.
Do they use lactobacillus in that or anything? Or
They on their site they don't mention anything
Okay.
at all. So I was just looking up Brettanomyces, and the Brettanomyces strain B matched what this beer is to a T. So that's what I'm thinking they used. There could be other yeast in there as well, the Saccharomyces and stuff like that. The typical ale yeast, possibly. Cool. Yeah, this one's not like the most sour. I've had some Brett beers that were like,
water, please. That reminded me of thanks, puppy. That reminded me of
Sorry, yeah.
me, myself, and Irene.
Labonte, or whatever, however you pronounce that. So, yeah, on the nose on this, I'm getting a couple of these sensory compounds that they've got associated with the Brettanomyces. So, I'm definitely getting. I get like a high acidity vinegar type of smell up front. I get a slight Band-Aid antiseptic type thing going, which isn't. I mean, it's not over the top, but it's there. I am picking up almost like a spice, maybe like a slight clove note in here. Really doesn't smell too funky. But yeah, said pretty looking beer. I'll next glass I'll drink this glass, and the next glass I'll do what you did. I'll swirl up, try and get some of that cake off of the bottom, see if it changes anything. Oh yeah, and then you could definitely smell the fooders, man. It's there, the oak's there. It's nice. Smells pretty balanced. For some of these, I guess I've had some of these saisons are all over the place, so cheers. Or wild bread ale, yeah.
Cheers.
It's sour. Wow. I forgot to mention too, I was getting pear on the nose. Very, very bright pear flavor coming through on this. Actually has a much lower, like that vinegar note isn't as strong on the flavor, which I'm really, really surprised at. I smelled this and I was like, good God, I'm going to have heartburn. It is quite tart. Like I said, it's a bit earthy. I'm getting a lot of earthy tones. It is a bit dry, doesn't leave the palate like bone dry. Does have some almost like white wine quality to it, the drinkability of it, but slight spicy, almost like a black peppery. They're not black pepper, white pepper. There's a lot going on with this. It tastes great. It's one of the definitely up there on the sour scale though. There is something that weird, almost a weird afterbite. Can't quite put my finger on it. I'll think about it, but so far, I mean, this is a damn good Brett beer. I'm getting on a lot of the things that they say you're supposed to be getting on the sensory.
Right.
So, yeah, it seems pretty spot on for what it is. I got to figure out what I'm getting on the back end. Something different.
A little Brett Funk. All right. Well, cool, man. Thank you.
I know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Like brie, like the outside, the mold on brie.
Oh, no shit.
That sweetness, that little bit of like sweet funk, moldy funk.
Yeah. That's
kind of what I'm getting.
Wow.
Because they do say you can pick up cheese flavors out of the one isovaleric acid, which can come off as sweaty saddle cheese or rancidity. And I'm getting like a brie mold. Different.
That's crazy. That's interesting. Cool, man.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I can figure it out.
Yeah, dude. Thank you. All right, sweet. No, I like brie. I like the mold on it too. I like the outside part of it.
Don't tell your wife that you like brie.
So Brettanomyces does not equal sour, and I think that's why I was asking about lactobacillus being added, because it's basically responsible for the flavor and the aromas of a sour beer. So it's got to have some kind of lactobacillus or a pediococcus added to it. Yours definitely sounded like a straight up freaking Brett beer. I mean, that was right dead on. Yeah. So yeah, that was awesome.
There was something in mind that I can pick out now. After miscellaneous mentioned vinegar, there's a slight sherry note.
Oh, nice.
Not cherry, but sherry. Yeah,
cherry,
like a cherry wine vinegar type thing.
Vinegar kind of thing. Yeah. Nice, dude. All right. I think as they warm up too, you probably get more and more flavors coming out. So it'll be interesting to see what your guys' last comments are. So cool. This was with white grape varietals of grapes used. It's a grist juice that they added to it, probably aged in foeders as well, or wood barrels. It's actually, I didn't mention when it was bottled. They say to drink it its best 3 years after it was bottled. This was bottled 618, so it's about that time. It was batch number 1 too, which is really interesting. Let's go into the smell. So you definitely get kind of like a Chardonnay or like a white wine kind of Grigio kind of thing going on. It has that like alcohol feel bite to it. Like you can get kind of when you smell some wines and you can pinpoint the alcohol in them because they're like 13%, 12%. We're in that range. I don't even. This is a. I forgot, dude. I forgot to say that. What is it? It is freaking hell, dude. This is a 9.4. No wonder why I'm smelling alcohol. Yeah, I'm getting alcohol for sure, but it's more of a wine alcohol. It doesn't have a Brett. I mean, it doesn't have it has a sourness. It has you can get the lactobacillus in there in the nose, the sourness. It has a slight sweetness. It has a nice dryness in the nose. It's just what my mind's thinking when I smell it, I get the grape is the big thing, lemon, herbal lemon kind of thing. Maybe the Brett's putting in some of that, pepper, white pepper, something in that range. Let's real quick look at it again. It's holding up a nice little ring, so the retention's not terrible for a sour wild, and it's got like more of a chill haze kind of haziness. It's not like a sour beer. Well, it is. It does look like a sour beer, actually. It has that nice haze to it. It actually just looks like a nice hazy or like a Westy or something. Without smelling it and looking at it, I would just think it was maybe a pale ale or something. I don't know. It's you can see shadow through it. It's got kind of a whitish yellow, dirty yellow kind of look. Let's drink this. Cheers. I'm starting to mouth starting to water.
Cheers.
Cheers. 55 degrees for sure. It's pretty smooth and buttery, kind of. Not like diacetyl. It's not that kind of buttery. Just like a buttery feel, like it lathers the mouth, kind of a spreads all around it, like an oil. Maybe the tannins or something. Yeah, it's got the barrel-esque kind of forward tannin thing going on. You're getting the lactobacillus for sure, but it's not overwhelming. It's not giving me heartburn or I'm not getting the Pepto-Bismol out. It's very nice. It's got a smooth feel to it. It's got that nice, like I said, white wing, like a white a Pinot Grigio kind of style, or Pinot wine or something like that. Like it's got that vinny edge to it. It's dry finish, but it's also got a sweet, winey kind of vinny thing going on. It's nice. Drinkable as all hell. Super drinkable. Alcohol is not really there at all. Yeah, 9.4 is not really showing up. A little heat in the throat. That's about it. Dangerous motherfucker right here. I mean, this is a dangerous one for sure. But it seems to be. Oh yeah, there's like a sweet, like a French bread, a French breadiness coming through. You don't get like the yogurt or anything like that. I get this on a lot of the wilds. I get a lot of the buttery kind of like butter bread or some kind of like buttered French bread or something. It's weird. They're really good though. I like them. It's starting to taste like cereal in the back, grainy. I'm getting a grainy kind of thing, and it's coating. It coats the throat with this like heat of like white pepper, and you're getting white pepper, and you're getting kind of just this nice little bready, heaty, like buttery feel in the throat. It's really weird. I think it's hit all the points. You know, I think it's done its job. So good job on this one, Little Beast. All right, so let's go. Let's just go to this screen. Nah, screw that. We're gonna still pull you up, big. There you go. All right.
Yeah, I don't think I mentioned the ABV on mine, did I?
I don't think so.
I don't think I did. 7%.
There you go.
So
7, not bad at all.
Not a bad. Yeah, it's not a bad ABV on it. I've had some pretty fantastic Flemish beers. I've had some really good lambics as well. This one's just a little bit under both of those styles, even though it's mixed together a little bit. It's definitely not like the I can't think of the name of the brewery now. Forget it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a good beer, but what I'm trying to say is it's not world class for what it's coming off as. I've had ones that were actually brewed in Belgium, stuff like that just were the holy grails of that style, at least the Flemish style. This one I would land at a 94 though, out of 100. It's still really good. It has some really good notes coming off of it. I wish there was a little bit of the malt shining through, besides just making the alcohol, the sugars there to become alcohol. I wish that some of the malt was coming up for me on the flavor and in the aroma. The black cherry note's good. The oak flavors are good. The tartness is at a good level. It's dry. It's it does everything it's supposed to. But yeah, just
What's
not as good as some that I've had, so I can't put it up there with them.
What's the range on those creeks? Do you know off the top of your head, or I guess I could look it up?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Let's see. I'm just curious because that sounded huge. I was
lambics are typically 2 to 8% ABV.
Oh wow, okay.
You're in there.
Oh, those can get up there. The creeks,
Yeah,
they can get up there. It seems anyway.
So I guess this is in range at 7%. The Flemish ones, those range as well. I've had some that were upwards in like the 8% plus range from I forgot what the hell, the Petus or something like that. Petrus.
Yeah, that's good shit there, dude. 5 to 7% is your beer, so that's like at the top level of it. That's perfect. Nice. Well, cool, man. Yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and shout out at the end. We'll just kind of do that. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. If I could try to
Cheers.
Cheers. We'll stretch it out.
So yeah, my initial pour was That beer was damn near brilliant, and then this is what happened after I jostled it. It does. It looks like almost like a like a IPA.
You decanted it at first.
Pretty much. So, yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Smells about the same. It's a little more earthy, for sure. But it's about the same. A little bit more barny on that one. But overall, not bad. Like I said, I picked up a lot of what they were putting down. Like you said, that that brie thing is fucking with me.
Does it still come up?
Yeah, on the finish, man. Once it like dries out and it's like your palate's like getting breathing, and I can just taste it. It's not off-putting, but yeah, like I said, I'm getting barnyard now. Definitely had some Band-Aids on the nose, spice, that white pepper, slight cloviness on the nose as well, and that cheese, man. That brie cheese it's just different. I actually really like this. I had a pretty bad experience with Wicked Weed and some of their fermented ales. Maybe something I need to look back into now that my palate's a little more acclimated. But I'll score this at a 97. It's really good. I could see why this won the bronze in 2016 for best Brett beer. So not bad for Asheville, Carolina. Big winner for me. So yeah, they got a few different variants of this. Maybe I'll get back into saisons a little bit. It's hard, you start drinking them, you have some really good ones, and you get that real into that real funky stuff, and you're like, let's put this down for a little bit. But
do you get a wafer? Do you get any kind of wafer or anything like that, like vanilla wafers, or because I'm starting to get that on mine.
I do get that like buttery slickness that you're talking about. Mine's almost like the malt on mine's almost like a crackery biscuit type of thing with the crispness of the beer. That champagne wine-like bite that it has. But
nice, man.
Yeah. Pretty damn good.
97. Hell yeah, dude.
All
right. Well, thanks, Drew. All right, man. Cool. Thoughts on this? Everything worked. It's got a smooth feel to it. It's drinkable. For a wild beer, anyone that would not be acclimated to the style would go wild. Ew, gross. But no, this isn't that bad. It's pretty good. It's got if you like wine, you will definitely like this. It does have that ale malted kick to it on the side as well. It's adding all three of two yeast and a bacteria variation there added in, lactobacillus. Everything seemed to work really nice. I was getting that wafer vanilla there as it warmed. You start to get more and more things. I find that in a lot of sours you get. Sours are really fun to let warm through the room temp. I think it's really fun it's like a book, like there's a different chapter. You really get a lot of like different flavors coming out of a sour in general. But these wilds are even more wild. they have like they get mysterious. They're crazy, man. This is a good beer. This is a real good beer. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give it a 95 out of 100. I've had a few wilds in the past. This seems to be the better one of I think two others I've had. And I really like this. So I'm gonna go with the 95. Definitely an A range beer. World class, I don't know yet, I'd like to try some stuff from other areas, other European areas, the real stuff, not just the American made stuff. This is an American wild ale, so give me something else. But yeah, good stuff. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and open up the panel here and go to this. You're on the bottom. No. Go ahead and shout your guys' stuff out, and we'll be gone.
All right. Well, Sunday is After Dark Beers, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel. Just bring a dark beer. You'd be welcome up. I'm not going to. I am. Okay. Bring a dark beer based off the malts. Don't bring a fruited sour that's been pureed with dark fruits and say, well, it's dark. Looking for dark beers based off of their malt profile, making it dark. Multi Monday is Monday Eastern Standard Time. Waiting to see what's going to win the poll. The poll comes down at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, so you have about an hour and 20 minutes to get out there and continue voting. You can find that poll on Beerman's community page. It's also in the last Multi Monday live stream in the description. The last one was the what did we just do? Grisette. Thank you. My mind is.
Oh, we're all on the wild kick lately, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
All right.
All right, man. Well, thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, very much.
All right. Well, as for me, just keep your eyes peeled for some more miscellaneous brew reviews. The cherry bomb examination is going to be coming up soon. Bumpy's finally obtained his beer. We're going to give Alex another attempt to hit the store, and then if that doesn't happen, we're just going to roll with it. So, probably I couldn't tell you exactly. Just get the notification bell on. You'll know. It'll ding. You'll see it. Other than that, we'll go ahead and shout out for Alex. Or no, what's Wednesday? What the ABV is happening tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time over at Chug. So I plan on going over there, catch that. Friday is going to be eggs with beer for Alex's Food Friday. Any kind of eggs, any kind of form of eggs. You don't have to fry eggs. You could have deviled eggs. You could have hard-boiled eggs, whatever kind of eggs you want.
Eggs in a blender.
If that's what you're into, man. I mean, so that'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Friday. And then Sundays are Stout Sundays with John and Ellie and Michael Kormeroff. Bring a stout or a porter, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time AM. So that's all I got. Oh, yeah. Check me out on Instagram.
Turkey eggs, yes.
Same handle is on YouTube, so could be turkey eggs. That's right.
Quail eggs, whatever you want.
Not prejudiced about the eggs. Just any old eggs and some beer. Brown eggs, green eggs.
Yep. Black eggs.
No black eggs for me.
No.
What about fish eggs?
Yeah, fish eggs. Salmon eggs. Yes.
Poultry. I think he's going for poultry eggs.
Poultry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be wrong. Could be. Bring your caviar and
caviar. Yeah. There we go. Cool. All right. So next Tuesday is an open. Tuesday's an open cheese open table. So bring whatever cheese and beer you want. 8 o'clock Eastern. Wednesday is going to be a lager. So let's talk about. It'll be the last one that we do on this year, at least on Yeast Happy Wednesday, and then we'll go to adjunct beers after that for about a month. But we'll do lagers as the last one. Any lager you want to bring, I don't care what it is. Just study the yeast that's within it. You can be the style. Just if it doesn't tell you what the yeast is in it, then just go by the style. But be there at 6 o'clock like today, Eastern, and we'll talk about lager yeast, man. Yeah. So, we didn't mention Wild Card Wednesday, did you not, or even Ron's? Oh, did you?
Wild Card? No, never mind. I was thinking of
forgot about that.
ABV.
Oh, okay. Well, Ron's got. Well, what's Ronald doing?
Nothing. He's on a road trip.
Okay. So wild card. I'm sure Eric. Maybe Eric's doing it. I hope, or I
Yeah,
look
he
forward
said
to
he
that.
was
As far
going
as
to
I
be
know.
available.
So that'll be 4:30 usually Eastern or my time. 7:30 your time.
7:50,
Yeah.
something like that.
All right, cool. I'll be there for sure. I may or may not be at What the AV be, but definitely go to that. 6 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock Eastern. Yes, as Miscellaneous said. So yeah, that's good to see him back up and running. So yeah, that's it. Thank you, panel. Thank you guys again. You guys rock, man. I appreciate this.
Oh,
It's great to have you guys here. And thank you, chat. Thank you guys. Always make this work. So thank you so much for your support. Much love to you guys. And we're out of here. Let's do this. I got to find the. I'm not too. I always have to find it. All right, we're out.